Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamualaikum. This lecture is from 9 Chemistry Chapter 4 Periodicity of Elements. As the name is indicating, we will study about periodicity of elements. So it is important to understand the term periodicity. Periodicity means rawaniyat. It is the recurrence of chemical and physical properties of elements at a regular interval. It means that after certain gap or a break, the properties of elements are repeated, and this repetition of physical and chemical properties is called as periodicity. In early ages, scientists like Democritus, Aristotle believed that the living or non-living matter is derived from these four basic elements: air, water, earth, and fire. And these four basic elements are considered as the base of life. But later on, this concept was changed. Now it is considered as the matter is composed of small particles which are called as elements. Elements alone or in a combined state are making up the sun, the moon, and the entire universe. Till to this date, round about 114 elements have been known. If we consider an example of our earth crust, the most abundant element is oxygen, that is about 46%. Other elements are also present like silicon, aluminium, iron, calcium, etc. These all elements are making up the most of the mass of the earth. Till 1860, there was no perfect rule to arrange the elements and to study these elements. But after the discovery of atomic masses by a Italian scientist Cannizzaro, scientists began to present their work on the basis of atomic masses. So the first scientist who worked in the periodicity of elements was John de Broglie. His law was presented in 1829. His law is called as law of triad. Triad means three. He considered the pair of three elements. His law states that central atom of each set of triad had an atomic mass almost equal to the arithmetical mean of the atomic masses of other two elements. To understand this, we can have an example of these pair of elements. You can see the first pair of element, that is lithium, sodium, and potassium. According to him, the central element mass, that is sodium 23, is equal to the arithmetic mean of atomic masses of other two elements. Means if elements are arranged according to increasing atomic masses, so the central atomic mass central element mass is equal to the mass of the other two elements, that are lithium and potassium. You can see another example as well of these pair. Bromine has an atomic mass 81, that is the central element of chlorine and iodine, and the mean atomic mass of chlorine and iodine is equal to the atomic mass of the bromine. His law was not extended because this rule is not applicable for all other pair of elements. So the other scientist Newland came and presented his law. He presented his law in 1863. His law is known as law of octave. The word octave is derived from a word octa. Octa means 8. If elements are arranged in order of increasing atomic masses, the 8th element starting from a given one has the similar properties as the first one. Basically, he arranged elements, 16 elements like this. He considered that the first element, like here, the lithium is the first element, if we consider lithium, so the eighth element from the lithium, that is the sodium, both should have the similar properties. Like lithium and sodium, they both have similar properties. They both are metals. They both have one electron in their outermost shell, and whenever they dissolve in water, they form bases. You can see another example as well, beryllium, which is the first element, and if we count till the eighth element, that is the magnesium, they both have the similar properties. Like beryllium has 2 electron in their outermost shell, magnesium also have 2 electron in their outermost shell. They both are even metals. So according to the Newland, every first element has the same properties as the eighth element if we arrange them according to the increasing atomic masses. His law has an advantage. He was the first scientist who coined the term periodicity, means for the arrangement of element. He considered a term, or he gave the term periodicity, that is the reoccurrence of chemical and physical properties as regular interval. यानी कि एलिमेंट्स की जो प्रॉपर्टीज़ होती हैं वो रिपीट होती हैं एक सर्टेन इंटरवल के बाद. His law has some disadvantages. The first disadvantage was he only arranged 16 elements, because this law is not applicable on the 17th element. मीन्स इन्होंने सिर्फ 16 एलिमेंट्स की अरेंजमेंट की थी जो उस वक्त नोन थे, लेकिन जो 17वां एलिमेंट था उस पर इनकी लॉ इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं होती. Then the other one, hydrogen was not included in his sequence. He didn't consider hydrogen, though hydrogen has atomic mass 1, it should be the first element, but he didn't added hydrogen in his arrangement. So next scientist who present his work was Laudermeyer. Laudermeyer presented his work in 1869. He arranged 56 then known elements. The main points of his theory was, he basically emphasized on the physical properties of element. He calculated the atomic volume of the element, and then he plotted a graph between atomic volumes and atomic masses, as you can see here in this graph. What he observed? He observed that the elements like lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, these all elements occupy the same peaks. It means that they all have the largest volumes. He considered that elements with similar properties occupied the same places in the graph. His work was not published because in the same work another scientist, Mendeleev, also published his work. We will study that work in our next video. Jazakallah.